in life is simply given to you because you think you deserve it. Success has never been about entitlement or what you feel the world owes you. It is about what you take. See, every cause has an effect, every journey has its milestones, and every victory has a beginning, and right now, yours begins. Not in some over-the-top Hollywood movie way, but in a decision to separate from your past, your mistakes, and your wrong ideas. They are not what you are made of. The hardest thing to understand is that you are your future. The space between where you stand right now and your biggest dreams and every step along the way is who you are. That is what defines you, your pursuit. Your future depends on the decision to conquer right now, create the world you need. Be the change you so badly want. There are an infinite number of ways to succeed, infinite, but there is only one way to fail. And that is standing still. Embrace life with open arms. It is giving you everything you need. It is your answer. The small existence right in front of you is not life. Life is the opportunity outside your door. The pure joy of moving day in and day out toward your dreams. Toward the life they were meant to become. That is what makes your highs higher and makes your lows feel like the price of getting in. It is a small price to pay for the ability to turn an average Tuesday into your wildest dreams. It is not a requirement, it is a gift. You get to see how far you can go, how much you can, and if you want it badly enough, you will step on your limits like they are a never-ending staircase. Your journey is infinite, and so is your potential. What you want is not behind you. It is not who you used to be or what you used to do. It is your very next step. But let me ask you this. Do you think if it were a life or death situation, right, say you needed water to survive, would you give up after looking for 3 hours and finding nothing? Of course not. You would keep looking because your life depended on it, right? There are no other options. There is an old saying that if you want to take the island, burn the ships, commit, and it is not until you do this that things truly begin to change. That is when progress is made at the highest level. You simply cannot tiptoe to success. You cannot sneak up behind it. You have to own it, right? Go after what you want like the world is on fire. Like your whole universe revolves around making. This happen. In my 28 years of life, I have never seen a lion walk up to a gazelle and just hope it falls over, right? It attacks with everything it has. Speed, strength, tenacity, that is what brings home the prize. If you and your goals are not one, if they are not the same, that is a pretty good sign that you are fighting the wrong fight. You should live and breathe your dreams. Inhale and exhale them. They should live at the front of your mind. Where? Every thought that comes through your head should be in the context of that dream. That simple question, how bad do you want it? Well, if you are not willing to fully commit, to dive into something, then that gives you a pretty good answer right from the start. You can talk about hours spent, routines, habits, but if you are not passionate about what you want, if you do not fully throw yourself into it, none of that really matters. Live how you need to live, do what you need to do. Be who you need to be to make your dreams real. Fully commit to excellence, because until you do that, you will be left with only a vision and a false sense of reality. Winners do not have time for that, okay? Set your mind on your target and crush it. That is the only option. If success came with the snap of a finger, everyone would be running 4-minute miles and driving Ferraris. But that is not the way the world works. But when you make the decision to be different, to give up temporary comfort for something greater, you have committed to the ride of your life. And when the time comes and you cross the finish line first, or you reach success in whatever form, you can smile at the world as they look at you like you are some kind of miracle, completely unaware of the price you paid for this, but you know. And there is no greater satisfaction than that it has been said that it takes 10,000 hours to perfect your craft. 10,000 hours of walking away from immediate satisfaction to enter a state of loneliness and dedication where you pull out mediocrity, where you carve out your place in history. And if you are waiting for someone to come along and just make that happen for you, it will be a long wait, my friend, because it is your flame, and if you do not keep it lit, it will die. And a flame can be a fragile thing. Weakness, doubt, uncertainty, failures, they all want to put it out, and if you are not bigger than your body, they will. Trust me, you will fail, time and time again. It may not be until your 100th attempt that you even begin to see success. But if you do not have the vision and the persistence to look past the bumps in the road, you will never know. That relentlessness? It is how you separate yourself from the people who feel sorry for themselves and watch the world from their bedroom windows. But that is not what you signed up for. Nothing good falls into your hands. It is why every day is so important. Think of every hour as a piece of paper, right? By itself, very little weight, very little meaning, but committing to the grind every day causes each piece to stack up. And before you know it, you have changed yourself and your ability, and that is what people do not see. That stack being built piece by piece. What they see is the finish line being crossed one by one. They see 30 seconds. They did not see 10,000 hours, but you did. It is why you hold your head high. It is why you can smile to yourself when people talk about you, quote-unquote, being born with talent. It is why you are looking at them from the podium, so you look outside, right? And the first thing you see through the window is that the running conditions are terrible. They are far from ideal. Your first thought is to go back to bed. Wait until it gets warmer, maybe hold off until the rain or snow stops, which most of us would find completely reasonable, by the way. But let me explain this situation from a different angle, because this is the exact moment when it is most important to get out of bed, to put your running shoes on, and to head out the front door. There is an underrated benefit that comes from putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, from forcing yourself to be just a little irrational. When you look at people who have been successful, what separates them is that they do things and make sacrifices that others would not. They are the people who study until 4 a.m. or wake up when it is still dark outside to practice free throws. Whatever the exact skill may be, the pattern is always the same. They were willing to pay a price that most people would not. They wanted it just a little bit more. So what could this possibly have to do with running in the rain? It has everything to do with it. Why is it that when you run outside on a cold, rainy day, no one is out there? It is not because you are doing something that is great or heroic by itself. You are running alone because it sucks. It sucks to run in the rain, right? To have cold wind blowing in your face. That is not relaxing or fun. It is uncomfortable, but you are out there when everyone else is warm inside, and there is value. Instead, training yourself to follow through with your ambitions no matter what hurdles show up, because life will not always be comfortable. What are you going to do when things get bad? You lose a client at work, your girlfriend leaves you, are you going to stay in bed? Because there will always be a reason to wait until later to hope for smoother waters ahead. The best, though, they achieve in spite of bad conditions. Then, suddenly reaching your goals is becoming a habit, not something left to chance. You do not even look at the weather, right? The forecast means very little to you. So IT is cold, great. You will wear to sweatshirts, but you will figure out how to get it done. And I will tell you when you take those shoes off and head to work or practice or wherever your day takes you, that mindset does not leave. You look at things differently, you know? You realize that 99% of the reasons we give for not doing things, they are excuses. They are meaningless. If you want something, do it. And guys, that is not a cliché. That is the key to success. Find a way to get it done, and the best part, when it is finally 72 and sunny and the world is outside ready to run, you will have lapped that place so many times that you are not even on the same level. You have been to hell and back, and your performance will make that clear. Set is how you become the best. So is it just a run in the rain? You tell me, all things of value come with a cost, and this cost, it is essential. Because without it there is no triumph, there is no victory. It is what separates the people who really want something, the determined. Why do triathletes compete? Why do rowers row, runners run? At a competitive level, it certainly is not because it feels good physically. You know, it is quite the opposite. They go through a lot of hard situations, a lot of painful training, because of a tiny light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is how you build your self-worth. It is how you define what you are capable of, and success cannot exist without adversity. How you handle yourself in those hard situations, that is what defines a person. That is how you build your legacy. There will come a time when it hurts, when you have to ask yourself if it is worth it and make the choice not to quit and turn to an easier way. Remember, anyone can run downhill. Not many people can run uphill, and the interesting thing is that the trophy is usually at the top. Be careful how you think about the word hell, because hell suggests that the suffering will never end, that it is the greatest pain. 3 things. 1. You can always be worse off than you are. 2. Suffering is temporary. And 3. When you wake up tomorrow, having given up will hurt far more than anything else you could have done. Everything in life is temporary. There is a quote that has helped me through many hard times in my life, and it is pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. Oh, and how true that is. I can still remember the times in my life when I know I had more to give. That stays with you, but how bad your TK test hurt. How badly you wanted to sleep before a final exam, the pain in your body during the final stretch of a race, that all fades away. Looking back, that becomes pretty meaningless. It is the results. Set mata. It is the results you remember, because when the pain is over, right, the struggle is gone. You either did something great or you did not. That is when things fall into place. The hell you went through was simply a vehicle taking you to your destination, so since you only live once, since you are lucky enough to have a chance to do something meaningful, why not make it hurt? Rise above what is uncomfortable and see the bigger picture. Stay with it, because when all is said and done, the guy who gives more when it hurts gets more when it is over. Some build, others tear down. Some take risks, others criticize the risk-takers. Some chase the infinite, others settle for a life of limits. Some make change, others complain that things are no longer the same. Some help people grow, others think your loss is their gain. Some learn from bad fortune, others are held down by it. Some turn fear into opportunity, others avoid the unknown. Some never stop learning, others think they have all the answers. Some do, others talk, some give, others take. Some live, Others wish. Some see an opportunity, others see an obligation. Some work toward the possibility of excellence, others run from the possibility of defeat. Some fall and get back up, others stay where they are so they never have to worry about leaving their feet. Some embrace the elements, others take shelter. Some search, seek, and discover, others wait to be told. Some perform, others watch. Some persist, others stop. Some make the most of every single day, and others watch those same days pass by. So which one are you? What will you create with the pieces placed in front of you? Not tomorrow or the next day, but right now and every second moving forward. Will you build or tear down, take the easy road or the road less traveled? When all is said and done, and you have come to the end of your story, what will it say?